Alright, so this is the video for my sister. Just 3 types of dating, and I just wanted to, or married, whoever the person is, and just a little blueprint, just my way of thinking. So, if you decide to marry to Australian born, or very leaning towards the Australian way, alright, the man that you're going to marry, the infantilization, the immaturity is very high. And I'll explain this with the second type already. Because you're surrounded by their own peers, like-minded thinking, they're brought up Australia, followed by the rules, followed by the books, scared to be entrepreneur, taking risk, and X, Y, and Z. Because look, we're so used to this environment, we live in a safe environment, there's no need to grind very hard. It's alright to spend your paycheck. We don't have this saving culture. As you know yourself and myself, we don't save money. We get paid weekly or fortnightly. We love our weekend jobs, public holidays, and yeah, the money per hour. Alright, so that's just the local, if you're going to marry to a local. The reason why it's lack of maturity is because we always surrounded by our own peers, our own peer group, who is the same experience as you and me, not very exotic. Our world, our vision is what's your local mindset. Now let's go through another one. An immigrant, right, who just arrived probably 7 or 10 years ago, or 5 years or 2 years, and you fall in love. The level of culture obviously is going to be different. Where they come from is going to be different to yours. The belief is different. Everything is very exotic. It's very different. We like it. It's foreign. It can be challenging our values, our norms, our belief as well. It doesn't make sense. Superstitious and things like that. If we have to come across, for you to come across with similarity, you're half Australian and half Chinese. I don't know how much Chinese will make you happy, because the Chinese, even though mum and my Chinese, we are outcast, that type of Chinese. The Chinese that they're dealing with is a different ball game. And that ball game is, you will not, and me and you will not understand. But there's a bit of similarity. I know mum is been exaggerating X, Y, and Z. It does come alive when you do get to one of the Chinese, right? Vietnamese, I don't need to explain that, because you already know how I explain it. The worst comes worst. Look, if those who come from a large sisterhood, familyhood, or they listen to the mother-in-law, it's a no-no, all right? So how you know your man is going to be running the household or not, you mainly look at, this is all type of types, all right? Then you look at how they treat their mothers. Do they listen to their mother more? Who's the dominant one? Is it the mother or is it the father? That pretty much dictates you what is this man gonna be like. Because there's a phase that the men will always say, it's like father like son, right? It's the same thing with like mother like son, like daughters, like mother like sons or daughter, whatever how you got to phrase this, all right? You can understand. Watch out for the mother-in-law, and when you communicate with the mother-in-law, find out how successful that family has run under that mother-in-law, because it's pretty dysfunctional. Because they thought more emotional type instead of the reality, physical, the realistically part of the world. You're a woman yourself, you should know more that than me. When you go through a period cycle, you know more than me what you go through. I don't know what you go through during your period cycle. I'm sorry, sis. So that being said, you have that. So you have to understand the mother-in-law and things like that. Gotta look at the sisterhoods. If it's too many sisters, it's just, sisters always like to tear other people down. If there's more men, more brothers, is a lot better. All right, that's all I can say. I know it's more than a 3 types, and I'll talk about this. Another one that I was thinking of, and I did touch on briefly, is collectivism. culture. Oh, let me talk about the type 2 as well. The type 2 I add a bit more on is be prepared when they're going to sponsor each family member to Australia. All right, that is not out of the table. That will be on the table. And the way how they treat the family members and as well with the friends, whoever is going to be sponsored to Australia, your relationship will be second to last. You're not as valuable in that situation. Now you're going to have a lot of ongoing problems with that family member. Not only just that, but also you can have a lot of problems that is not even your problem or your family's problem. It's their problem to your problem. And let's just say they succeed, right? Let's just say they came to Australia, they started their life X, Y, and Z, and one thing you need to know is they keep up with the Jonas. They have Mercedes-Benz and houses. They look at my situation, my brother-in-laws and the sister-in-laws, they're all like that. They're all comparison to each other. How many houses they have, how many cars they have. And one thing they don't understand about the migrants, the ones that came to Australia, is that when they came to Australia, they think it works the same way as back in their country. If you speak to many of the Nepalese, the Indians, and the rest of the migrants, they will say to you, oh yeah, signing a mortgage in my country is I have to put my, they look at my parents' assets as a guarantor. And they'll put 3% for 30 years. It does not fluctuate, or for life, right? But as you know, in Australia, interest rate fluctuates. That's one thing they do not understand. They think Australia is beautiful, lovely country, and we have this Mercedes-Benz and flat roads. You can name the rest. I don't want to name the whole thing. You know, shebang. So their mindset is thinking it's got to be 3% the rest of the year, the rest of their life. When they start to realize, oh snap, it's a lot. All right, the final one will be the one that I'll talk to you about is collectivism. Whether it's the Muslims or the Jewish, whatever the culture it is, you work as a group and you have to keep up with their agenda. Most of their agenda does not align with you because we brought up in this independent society that is, we don't rely or need to lean on anyone's shoulder. But I'll be honest with you, Ellen, I look back at this situation right now. Those are getting ahead or paying off houses or buying houses or starting a business, those are coming from collectivism, group, family settings, because they're the one has pulled the money together, help each other. The more members of the family, they have business ideas and partnership. It's more trustworthy than your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or someone like that. It's because you cannot taint in the family, right? That's how it works. So that's why I said with the collectivism, family structure is pretty good because of the you have multiple helps, and not only just that, they can also help to look after your child, and take turns as well. If they have another child similarly the same age, you do the same thing for them every single day. You raise, like I say, you raise a tribe, a family, not only just yourself. But if you go through the Australian born one, like I said, your mum doesn't want to look after Clara. Just put it that way. I don't need to say anything more. That explains to you everything. All right, so you have that. These are the ones that I told you. I just want you to think about what you need to go through and see the man and what the life is going to be like calculated before you even put the ring on the finger and sign the marriage paper form. All right, so I will always suggest you always find a man that is willing, not lazy, can get their shit together. When shit goes down south, I want you to find a man that has a very strong father figure who has raised that child to be very, very passionate, this and that. All right, very strong. If those are not the one, then if I have to give you a choice for Australian born, I would say a tradie. All right, anything got to do with the trades is all right, because they make the work consensus, they make sense and everything like that. But their career may not always fulfilled if they are sole director or they're running their own business, because jobs are not coming all the time, right? Because their jobs come in and come out all the time. So I'll highly suggest you, highly regards, to find someone like that. But tradies also at the same time is a bit rough. You girls love bad boys, and tradies are the bad boys for you guys. So I reckon a tradie will be a way to go if I had a choice for you. But yeah, other than that, they look at life not a square. See, if you married any Australian, in Australia, they are very squared, right? But if a tradie, they are not squared at all. They are not squared at all. So that's why I said to you, do whatever you can. This is the house. Okay, I'm just dropping off the clients here. Yep, cool. And that's what I can say to you to find the right man. I will highly suggest you a strong fatherhood. Those are actually coming from a family business and they're passing down their family business in the trade. That's even better because they listen to their fathers a lot more. The only downside with the tradie is that they can't get in the work field in the regular jobs, in the regular work world, because they're so used to be the own boss and everything like that. But as you know, trades or renovation, whatever, AI cannot replace them at all. All right, so that's what I can say in that field. I'm dropping my residence right now. I hope this video helped you.